Hello guys, welcome to Think Twice Thursdays. My name is Zehra and today we are going to talk about my debate journey. One day I was sitting in the classroom and our beautiful Jasmine came and asked, who wants to be in this year's debate team? I remember my prep year. Princess Warriors were studying after school in our classroom and I just thought that they were super cool and I really wanted to be in the debate team. But I didn't think that I was capable of doing it. There are better people to be in. Basically, I did not trust myself. And when Jasmine asked that question, no one put their hands up. So she started asking personally, like, do you want to be in? Do you want to be in? And then she came to me. A quick note, whenever I start any new school year, I always set myself a goal. For example, in the prep year, I felt overwhelmed. And throughout the year, I picked myself up and finally said that this is me at the end of the year. So, in the ninth grade, I was becoming more sociable. I attended too many activities, nearly none of them worked out, but never mind. And all of these things were going on in my head, and I was like, okay, Zehra, do you know what? Let's try it. What can we lose? So, I said okay, and the actual story started from this point. I remember the beginning. We knew nearly nothing. We were meeting on every lunch breaks, debating about some coming topics. But when it comes to last week of the first semester, our hands were completely empty. So we stayed in the dorm and started to write our speeches together. But I should point out that our attempts to write speeches were extremely challenging. We were in IT room, sometimes prayer room. We were trying to find photos, quotes, researches, and speeches were nothing but a couple of words. We were the one who made them come alive. We put our souls and hearts in every single one of them. And when we finished them, I felt like they were my little children. And also, we were staying up very late, and I'm not used to it. Also, I don't drink that much coffee on my daily life. But since we started that journey, we drank coffee or tea every single day, sometimes twice a day. I learned how to make a coffee. And if one day I choose to drop out of the school, Jasmine promised me that I will be a barista in her little cafe. But I hope it won't happen. I hope. Anyway, that's not the story. One day, my eyes started to twitch. It was like, yeah, my eyes were happening like this all the time. So I googled it to find out what was happening. And it said, if you get stressed, get worried about things, don't get enough sleep, have too much caffeine, your eyes can twitch. And I was like, oh, that actually explains everything. And then one weekend I went home. For one night it stopped. But obviously when I returned it, it continued. But I don't have it anymore, thank God. And our team was so strong that after the first match, one of the juries from Australia, Johnny, asked that if we have ever lived abroad, because our English were super, 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 super good. But to be honest with you, I didn't need anyone to say it, because I already knew how strong we were and still are. So let's see the real matadors. First of all, Gökçe. I think she was so strong as the first speaker. Because first speakers are like victims, the one who starts up everything. And when someone wants to hear our speeches, we were like, Gökçe, you are the first speaker, then you should read. And because of this, she was doing it for a couple of times. And she was our mood maker with her fantastic sense of humor. And hands down, her brother was our savior because he made our shiny world globe and it was so amazing. And Samir Mesa. Nearly always one of us was sick. For example, I was sick, then it was Gökçe who got sick, and Sumeri Mesa was mega sick on the competition day. But she never complained about it. She never said such things like, I don't feel good, or like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. She always went on that stage and nailed it. And I'm so proud of her. and ever. She was basically our tiger. She's so good at finding arguments and something to object it. And I really love how her brain works. And while writing our speeches, she was seriously our diamond. And as well as that, Ishraf. It was nearly the first time that I felt like a teacher can be exactly like your friends. We learned so many things together and it was so nice to have her by our side. And our beautiful Jasmine. She sacrificed lots of things to help us and always pushed us to the limits. And seriously, truly, I don't know what we did to deserve her, because she was our basically shield throughout the whole journey. The Queen Matador. And there is one last person, and it was me, the last speaker. I think also being the last speaker is pretty hard because first of all, you don't bring up anything new. You just summarize and actually juries start to get bored. So you should make them concentrate and listen. However, I was pretty sleepy because as I said before, I'm not used to sleep really late at night. And while we were working, we were seriously sleeping late. So, we were trying to write speeches and I was like, I was seriously like this. I even had photos, but unfortunately I can't show them because I'm on my PJs. And on competition day. This part is a little bit sensitive. Jasmine made extra effort to come and be with us, and our big sisters were there for us with their encouraging words. The first day we had a victory, but during the night I felt so anxious and cried nearly the first time. I was talking with my mom like, Mom, I want to come home. I was seriously like this. And yes, I talk about how we were so good on the competition, how we believed in ourselves, how we worked hard, how we improved and grew. But we lost the competition. Yes, you heard it right. We lost it by a tiny percentage of 0.3. But to be honest with you, losing it taught me much more things than being a winner. Because when something happens, everyone sees the result. But the process of achieving this is never actually seen. All of my debate days flash back in my eyes, the days that we are so bored and tired, sitting in our tiny room. We were trying to guess the possible results. We were saying things like, we have no reason to lose. We put our souls into this. But we lost it anyway. And to sum up everything, it was nearly the first time I refused to see the big picture. Because all of these things that I talk about are the reasons as to why I'm here today talking like this. You wouldn't believe me, this is me, if you had seen me for the first time that I was reading speeches and memorize them. I was reading them like a robot. Honorable Chair, distinguished guests, I was seriously like this. And also this journey has given me the more confidence to go to MUNs and making videos like this. I was the girl who's afraid of putting my hand up for Jasmine's question, just because my own insecurities. And right now, I'm the girl who's not afraid to fight. I became much more confident, as you can clearly see, and I know my value no matter what. And after all of these things, I think the big picture has allowed me to reach my full potential. And right now, all I want from you is that, please, go and catch yours. Thank you.